She didn't sleep because she doesn't follow directions. She don't.
I was. Oh wait, sorry. I'm like far away from the. Can you hear me?
I am wise, I am strong. I am loved, I am here. I am wise, I am strong. I am loved, I am here.
Hello and welcome to I Am Here.
To part 2 of me trying to get Gabriela to fall in love with me. To fall in love with anyone, do this. This was an article published in New York Times by Mandy Len. There's so many articles on these 36 questions to fall in love. For those of you who have not heard about it, it's 36 questions really that kind of build up little by little, like becoming more emotionally intimate and more vulnerable. It's ultimately like just questions to get to know each other. And if you fall in love, you happen to fall in love, you know?
1 second.
Okay. She's getting it. Yes. Flip that hair, girl. Yes. Oh. Ready? We're going level 2.
Yeah.
If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
Wanted to tell me how to get my life together.
Oh, really?
Well, how about you?
No. Okay, the truth about myself, my life, the future, or anything else. Do I want to know?
Do I want to know?
I don't think I want to know.
You don't want to know anything?
No.
But it could tell you anything. It says anything else.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You can't choose that
if you're
one.
Playing me.
You told me that you have to pick something. You have to do something.
It says, what would you want to know?
I
don't want to know anything.
Okay. Well, that's valid.
Well, okay, espérate, time out. Maybe I want to know the winning lottery numbers.
Yeah. That's good. That's smart. That's a good one. I should have thought of that one. Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time, and why haven't you done it?
Didn't we just talk about this the other time?
We did.
Listen, something that I dreamed about doing for a long time, it says, and I haven't done it?
For a long time.
I've dreamt, well, besides dreaming of not knowing how to fly, I think, I wanna, it would be fun to dance. Just for a little bit, you know? To be like, look at your abuelita. That's me. Look it. Mira que linda yo era, you know? Like all the great aunts do, where all the great aunts are like, mira, look at how beautiful that was. No, I want to like be able to wear like those fun little outfits and be like, hey.
And like,
why haven't I done it? Because I haven't really put the effort or the time to dedicate to it, to be honest.
Yeah, you should still do it. I still see you as a dancer.
Oh, that's so cute.
I always see you as a dancer because you're the best dancer in the family.
I haven't danced anywhere.
But you've danced in general, and it's very good.
I'm always dancing.
I don't know. I mean, do we just say the same thing from last time? Like,
I don't know. Whatever you feel in your heart.
Is there something
you've dreamed for doing
for a long time? I want. Why haven't I done it?
Well, what is it? What is your dream?
That is the question. I'm like, what is it? Something that I've always dreamed of doing and I didn't do it. No, that's not a big dream.
No, it says is there. So maybe there isn't, but I think there is. Is there something
that I haven't done?
Is there something that you dreamed of doing for a long time?
Well, yeah, I want to be a singer. I wanted to be a singer. Why haven't I done it?
Yeah.
Well, because that takes a lot of time in front of the camera and like recording myself and letting go of my perfectionism And it takes too much. It's too much time. I'm trying. Okay.
I'm trying.
I'm
Yeah.
trying.
All right. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Damn. Can you go?
No, I have to think about it. You go first. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
Now, if I were a mom, I could be like cute and be like, "Oh, my child."
No. Because some moms don't want to be talking about their children. Maybe that's not their greatest accomplishment.
That feels
like it could be not.
Well, I guess, yeah. My greatest accomplishment, and it's funny because I've wondered this to myself. As a writer, I feel like it should have been being published, but it's not. Mm-hmm. My greatest accomplishment was pushing myself to go on stage and perform with the band in the rock band at school. That's
so fun.
That was the most fun I've honestly ever had. And it's the most comfortable I've ever felt in a performance situation, and the most confident I've ever felt. And I look back at it and I just I wouldn't change anything. I had so much fun, and I crave that feeling again. Maybe not in that same setting, but in a different way.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. You ready?
What?
We're gonna put you on stage. And you're going to sing a song and you're going to perform. Okay?
Where?
Any stage. There's shows everywhere. We'll hook you up with Disney. We'll have one of the big platforms, right? And then I'm going to wear some stockings. Okay? I'm going to wear some tights, and I'm going to be your backup dancer because that's what I want to do.
That's so cool. What if sorry, but
I had to wear the stockings with it because you're not a real dancer if you're not wearing the tights with the boots.
Oh, that's so. You know what? It's so funny. I just imagined you and me in the middle of one of those one of those stages, but the stages in the middle of a park that's for Shakespeare or something. Yes. And then it's I'm singing. I'm like la 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 la. And then you come out of nowhere. Yeah, and then you come out of nowhere, and I have no music in the background. I'm singing, and then you come and you start dancing in the background.
I love it. Let's do it.
And then people just walk by, and they're just like, who are these girls?
Listen, they'll love it. Doing? We'll be famous.
How about you? What is your greatest accomplishment?
My greatest accomplishment. See, it's similar to what you were experiencing. Bless you. To what you were experiencing of all the things that people tell you should be. I'm no, those are things. But what I would consider my greatest accomplishment is not the degrees or the house, or, all these things that are that other people celebrate. I think, let's see, my greatest accomplishment in life. I'm so cheesy. But part of it, the thought that came in was my greatest accomplishment in life is living. Being able to learn to strip away all the other things that are considered accomplishments, and to not pour my time and focus in that, and not into that hustle anymore, and to really strip away and to go back to what's simple and to what I want to do, and want to feel. So yeah, living is my greatest accomplishment.
I love that. That's so cute. What do you value most in a friendship?
Transparency. And not I can see through you, but you're sharing your stuff with me.
Yeah. I think that's very good.
What's for you?
Honesty, being able to be somebody being able to tell me when I'm keeping me in check. If I'm if I'm, I don't know, doing something that's not great, or if I'm letting an opportunity pass,
I need gonna kick your butt.
Who's gonna kick my butt?
Yeah, that's like someone who's gonna kick your butt. Be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I find most important. Because if not, like, then it's just, are you really like a good friend, you know? If you watch somebody, like, you know, do something they're not supposed to do, or like not go after what they want to do, or just like kind of like giving excuses and stuff like that, that's not really a good friend. But yeah,
you need someone to kick your butt.
God. Yeah.
That's cool. I like that too. What is your most treasured memory?
I have this memory that is the most like ordinary, weird, like memory that I can smell. Where, and like I've always tried to find a different one, but it feels like my mind already has it. Like it has that memory as like its treasured memory. It's weird because like I want to say it's like when me and my mom went to like Disney with like Tío Raúl and stuff, and like had the most fun time ever, because that was like one of my favorite memories. But one of my most treasured memories was I was in a box like in my mom's room, in my dad's room, and like because I used to like take boxes and make them into like something, and that box I turned it into a quote unquote a boat. And because they used to have a carpet and it was blue, and I used to pretend that I was like in the ocean or on a boat, and I used to like just like push myself on the boat. And then there were a ton of, like, my mom used to do this thing where she used to like clean out her closet, so she used to like take a bunch of clothes and put them in giant piles, and like she was doing that, and then I was in the boat and I was pretending like the piles were like mountains. And then she was like, yeah, and then she was like talking to me while she was doing that. She was on the phone too with like Titi Trini, and then like she has like, I remember exactly how her hair was. Like she had her hair up in a ponytail, and like she had like 2 strands on the front, and she was just like happy and laughing, and she had music and Chayanne in the background.
Chayanne always got to be part of it.
Yeah, and then like it was just really cute, and that was just so one of my favorite memories, because it was so normal and ordinary. Yeah. But how about you? What is your most treasured memory?
When I first read that question, it was just like certain images, but I'm like, I was thinking like you, I was like, there should be other ones.
Yeah.
Like, but I think it may change just with where you are in life. So I'm sure my most treasured memory will change depending on where I am. Because I was thinking like different moments with family and stuff. There's a lot of different memories of like like playing outside with everybody, with all the aunts and uncles, playing like botellita and like, you know, and ambos salas and all these things, or like, you know, trying to beat my dad at running or like bicycle, which was stupid. I could never catch him. But I always thought he was old. I could catch him, but no. So I'm like, those should be like some of my memories, like my treasured memories. But like I have to like, just with my first reaction, I was like, man, some of like my most treasured memories, I remember being in, it was like being in a trip when I went to Hawaii, and not because it was Hawaii, because it was not like, oh, one of those big things, but it was just like we got lost in the freaking forest, in the freaking woods. We got lost. We got lost, girl. We got lost. And like I think it's one of my most treasured memories because it was such a like
podcast.
It was such a podcast. What did they bring?
Oh, papi, I love you.
Bendición.
She said bendición.
Oh, yeah,
gracias.
you can hear me.
Okay, sorry, continue.
You're good.
She brought me a pancake.
That's amazing.
Continue.
What was I saying? We got lost.
Sorry, yeah.
I don't know. We were lost, and it was just crazy.
We were lost in the
Yeah, it was okay. So it was me, and Alecha, my little sister. And then these two of my friends from my school program, my grad school program. And we knew each other, but we didn't know each other like that. Man, we came out of there knowing each other real well. It was just like, I just like the fact of like, we're in a place that is not our land, and now we're going on a little adventure, and like, just like you had mentioned, like some of the smells and like feeling the dirt in my fingernails because we're like gripping and like holding on and grasping to the tree roots and the dirt so we don't fall off the cliff, because it was like,
God,
yes. And like,
I love that.
It was so dark because there was just no light pollution, and we were like, there was a full moon, but then there was like the canopies of the trees blocking the light of the moon, so we couldn't see anything.
Oh my God.
And we're just trying to survive and get out, and like, we're praying. My friends are praying, and they're like upset, and you're like, oh, we're gonna die. I'm like, we ain't dying. I'm not trying to die here. Let's go. I'm like, in my mind, it's like, there's no way I'm staying here. We just need to keep moving, keep it moving. And just like being in that space, and like, it's supposed to be scary. It sounds scary. It was scary, but I wasn't scared. I'm like, we're getting out of here. Like, we're gonna get out of here. And Alecha was with her.
You were just convinced. Like, you already knew it. You're like, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, we're good. Or just don't fall down. Like, don't fall down the cliff. Just grab the.
Yeah, we're fine. Just don't die. You know, we'll be good. Don't die. We'll be fine.
Just don't die, right? I thought, like possibly getting hurt. No, like, it was fine. Alicia's going on with her little walking stick. We're like, we're not.
Oh no,
she was with her walking stick, but she was good. Like, she felt good, and we were singing, "Gotta keep your head up, gotta keep your head up." Yes, that's what we were just singing. We're having a good time, and we're supposed to be like scared, but we weren't. We're just like chilling. Vanessa was scared. Vanessa will tell you the story.
Oh, Vanessa.
Vanessa will tell you this story in a whole different way. Maybe we should bring her on and we'll talk about this. Vanessa. But it was so good. Like, just being in nature and with people, and like,
and having an adventure.
Those crazy experiences bring you together. And like, it's so spiritual at the same time. I'm like, these skinny little roots sustaining us and keeping us, it was just cool.
Wow.
It was just like, man, like,
you should write about it.
Man, I'm no writer.
You need to write about it. You need to write like a little memoir type thing.
No.
I want to read it.
Maybe I just have to talk about it and have one of those things where you just talk and
then we'll have an episode about it.
Okay. Then I'll have to invite Vanessa and Alecha.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Oh man, to be continued. Your turn.
What is your I don't like this. What is your most terrible memory?
Terrible memory.
Way to lighten the mood questions.
I know. It's like, man, I felt it. I was like, okay, I guess that's my most terrible memory. I think it was when they told me Papi died.
I can imagine.
It wasn't even like when they told me, because I had such a delayed reaction. I was in shock. Delayed reaction. But I think my most terrible memory is when it hit me. So it's like the drive back from when they picked me up, and the drive back from college, which was 2 hours away, to home. And then like all of the questions and thoughts and memories and all of the things flooding through my brain. And just like being against like the windowsill in the car and just looking out because it was dark and rainy. I'm like, so I think just like, it was just that feeling. Maybe it wasn't raining. Maybe it was just my eyes. But I was like, that was where it hit me, and I could like cry, but I didn't want anybody to know that I was crying. So I think that just because.
Wow, but that was a really hard moment. Should have been able to.
I should have done a lot of things, and I should have been able to do a lot of things, but that's just how it was, where it's just like, they tell me my dad, and that's how sometimes it still is. They tell me my dad passed away, and I'm in shock, and I'm like, okay, let me go pack everything up, all right, gotta go home. Where's mom? She's in the hospital. Cool. How's my brother? Okay, he's with grandma. Cool. All right, packing things up, and then it's just like, all right, in the car, can't let anybody know that you're crying over your dad passing away. Like it doesn't make sense, but in my head it's just like, no, don't let
it does
cry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, I understand that to an extent, because like I also understand that like I have delayed reactions too, like a lot. It's very bad. Whether it's a death or like for every death I've been very delayed reaction. Or like losing a loved one, like in terms of like losing a friend or losing like a relationship. Like it never hits me right away. It hits me like either before or after, like before it's happening. Like in terms of like if it's a relationship, it's like during it I'm like mourning it already, and then like after it happens I feel better. Or it's the opposite, where it's like I'm like, okay, goodbye, and then I'm like, I'm fine. 2 years, not that 2 years, like 1 year later.
True, though.
Yeah, and like, I'm just sitting there like
years later.
But like in terms of my worst memory, terrible.
Your most terrible memory.
My terrible is
it's like a different word, you know, like it has different meaning.
It really does. Terrible is just like when I hear the word terrible. Now, you know, like in etymology, like the words, they really talk about how they were formed, and like, you know, a lot of the consonants create sounds that it like they represent nature or they imitate nature. Okay. So when I hear the sound, like when I hear terrible, I think of thunderstorms.
Yeah,
like, for some
now
reason.
That you say it like that, because I'm like, I was just thinking of breaking it up, like terrible, terror.
Terror.
Like terror.
Like terror. Like terror, like it's kind of like when a lightning strikes, like
it sounds.
And then
like,
error, and then the R is like the rumbling. Like that's how it feels. Yeah. So like terrible memory.
Right here in your gut. Like,
right there.
Right there. Like that's where I felt that memory. I was like, this is terrible. That's it.
Yeah. Most terrible memory is probably when it hit me about my mom too. Like because mine was not right away. I felt it. Like everyone was telling me the day before, because like it hit me like the day before. I was like, oh, she's probably not gonna make it. And then like, but like we still had hope. So like people were like, no, she's gonna be okay. Like just wait. And like, cause we were all hoping. And then, but then I remember like the next day, as soon as someone told me she was in intensive care, I already like, it kind of like really hit me. Yeah. Where I was like, oh God. And then, but it wasn't even that terrible feeling didn't hit me. And then I went there and I didn't feel it. And then she died and I didn't feel it. I was sad, but I didn't feel the terrible feeling until I was alone. I went home and like, I was just like laying in bed in the darkness, and it just hit me that like, I'm never going to see this person ever again. And then that's when it like really hit me. Like it was this type of, you know, like the feeling that you want to scream cry, but like you can't, like I couldn't scream cry. So it's like, I couldn't feel it coming up. Like I just like laid there and cried, cried, even though my body wanted to scream cry. So it was just,
the dog just came out of a shower. So she's like, da, 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 da.
I heard it. It's so cute. The tippy taps. It made me feel better after recounting that memory. And you know what's not terrible? Sorry, I'm doing the thing that we always. Yeah, it's good.
Looks delicious. Look at that. Nice little crispy.
Your turn.
I already said my turn. Oh, so my turn with the question.
Yeah.
Okay. If you knew that in 1 year. What the heck? What is with the question?
Maybe that's what. Do you want to skip it?
No. We already started. Then people are going to be like, what was the question? You didn't really follow because you missed the question. Because that's what everybody yells at. That's how everybody sounds with the high-pitched voice. Anyway.
But
you didn't fall in love. If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are now living, and why? If in 1 year if you knew in 1 year you would die suddenly.
Ugh. I just read a book like this.
Yeah.
I was so hyped. I was so excited for this book to come out. And then I read it. I binge read it in 2 days. And then I was so, it's, well, it's not, well, I can't say it because then I just ruined the ending because I didn't know it was going to be about that.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah. But yeah.
You're going to have to read all the books and see if it's this one. What is it?
No. But yeah, like, if you knew that in 1 year you were going to die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you're living now? Yes. Yes.
Well, why? What would you change?
Well, first of all,
say why? It says why, right? Yeah, why?
Yeah, and why? But real quick, just to make it clear, I would not want to know. Like, to make it very clear, I would never want to know this. As someone who always thinks she's going to die, I don't want to know that I'm going to die at the certain time. And I would never want to know the time I would die or anything. But anyway, if I knew, and I just happen to know, I mean, I can't really get past the fact that I would know because I would be so anxious and I would not give a crap about anything. I would be like, oh my God. But like realistically, like figuratively, if I knew in 1 year that I would die, it was sudden, like figuratively, because literally I would not get past that fact. I would change my life. I would wake up earlier. I would definitely wake up earlier because then I could enjoy the days more. And I could be awake at an earlier time so the entire day would like string out. And I would call the people I love. I would like spend a lot of time with. I would travel if I had money. I would travel. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Wow. Why?
What would you do?
Why would you change those things?
Because I have a limited amount of time, and I know that I'm not going to see them like again. And I'm like, I just want to give them good memories so that way they remember me by. And also, like, I guess I don't even know. I just the fact that the experience is important. I mean, even if I'm not dying, it's important. But yeah. But if you knew if you were going to die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you're living now?
Would I change anything about the way I'm living? Tippy taps. She's hyper now because she took a bath.
Tippy taps.
So, what's today? So in 2023, boom, gone. Amarilis disappears. I don't think I would change the way I'm living.
You don't think so?
No.
If you knew you were going to die?
If I knew I was going to die. No.
Wow, I wish I had that type of...
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, because I think it is what it is. You know, like I don't, like I said, I'm not regretting anything about the way I live, or feeling like I'm missing out on things. Like I would still, I would like, you know, like things you said, like travel and stuff like that. I would intend to do that anyways. If I was going to travel, I was going to travel. If I'm not. Talking or meeting up with people that I love. I mean, so they have memories. Like, I think my relationships are sound. I could, you know, interact more with people, but it's not because, like, I don't think it would be beneficial, which is why it is the way it is, you know, like, so I would maintain my relationships the way they are. I'm pretty satisfied with them. I think the only thing I would change if I knew I would die suddenly is I would be preparing my funeral arrangements so nobody else would have to cover those costs. I would like it would be more of that. You know, I would stop paying my student loans. That's what I would do. Stop paying my student loans and put that money to funeral arrangements for myself so that way.
Very practical. That's a very practical response. It's very good. Realistic.
Yo, if I have a year to save for my funeral, all right, let me do that. You know, like let me handle that. And then like let me make arrangements to like take care of the house and take care of the things so other people don't have to worry about it. But other than that,
that's so nice. We don't want to think about.
Like maybe put, like, oh, you need a place to stay here. Boom, you got a house. Or you know, okay, let me sell the house. I don't know.
That's very practical and very good. I think it has to do with their different stages in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know more about that stuff than I do.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just at a point where I'm like, I'm cool with life. I'm good with it.
That's really good. That's a good one. Not a lot of people would die and before feeling that feeling. That's good.
I'd be chilling. I'll still be working. Still be running around doing stuff. Still be skipping the dog.
What does friendship mean to you?
Listen, friendship. What does friendship mean to me? Friendship is the homies. Friendship is connection. Friendship is joy. Friendship is spiritual. Friendship is, this little dog is just gonna be tipping tapping, all right? So you just have to deal with it. She just tipping tapping.
Tippity tappity.
Friendship.
She's so cute.
Man, friends are friends. They got your back, or you're just having a good time, having fun, joining. It's very to me, it's very spiritual thing. So they may come in for a little bit of your time of your life and maybe stick around for your whole life, but they all change you. So friendship is developing and growth and connection.
That's so good. It's so poetic. It's so pretty.
Yo soy poeta. What's friendship mean to you, Crazy?
Friendship is everything you said. Can I just go? We be friends. Why can't we be friends? Can I do this?
No.
Because it's the same thing that you said.
No, your turn. What's friendship?
I don't know. Okay, friendship to me is feeling safe and at home with the people and being able to be yourself and be encouraged to be yourself in a way that you could never. I mean, you should also encourage yourself to be yourself, but in a way that like I said, people keep you in check. They help you grow,
challenge you a little bit.
Yeah, challenge you. And oh my gosh, I'm sorry, we're talking about this and it's kind of interesting because as I'm giving the definition of friendship, it really, to me, it just solidifies my I know we're not talking about relationships, but it really solidifies my relationship because he's honestly he really is my best friend. It's just interesting because I think of these things and as I'm saying them, my mind and my heart and all of my feelings are straight up boom, and it's his face and that's not what I intended because it's a friendship question, but it's feeling warm, feeling home, feeling accepted, and being able to give that to someone else too. And I don't know.
What's it like dating your best friend?
Well, he was. I am blushing. I mean, he wasn't my best friend before we started dating. It's interesting because he was a stranger, and then now he's so important to me. But it feels so liberating. It feels it feels like you're just home. That's all I can explain. It's you're honestly, you feel like you can be yourself. And he keeps me in check. Oh my God. He keeps me in check all the time. If I am scared about something, he listens to me. And then after he listens to me, not only does he just listen to me, but he's okay, so what are we going to do to help you in this situation? Because I don't want you to feel like this. What can we do? What can you do? What can we control? What can't we control? It's just and then it's just being able to place the love that you have inside you somewhere, being able to be
amazing.
It's
I felt it, and you're
yeah, it's just weird because you look at it and you're just oh my gosh, it's not like they belong to you, but it's like, you're my person. Like, you're awesome. Like, I trust you. I could be like, joke around. But anyway, yeah, it's nice.
Oh.
It's nice. And yeah.
It's cute. You're like, oh man, it's my best friend.
Yeah. I didn't realize that as much as I did until I was like
putting out the cards. Oh, that's so cute. It's sickening.
Yeah. Your turn. Let's change the subject.
Let me go pee and then I'll be back.
I also need to pee and drink water.
Where were we? Ready? What roles do love and affection play in your life?
Well,
since you had a nice little segue.
Oh, love and affection.
What roles do love and affection play in your life?
That's a very vague question.
If you could answer it any way you want.
Well, because my father gives me a lot of love and affection.
Yeah.
And I love giving love and affection to others. My love language is acts of service, and I love to try to do those things. And when I don't do them, I feel really bad because it's like, how am I feel like I'm not really showing people how much I love them. But how about you?
What roles do love and affection play in my life? Love plays a role in everything I do because, like you had mentioned earlier, like love is life. But and I try to be really conscious of that. It's not like something that just happens. It's just like, no, doing things with love on purpose, waking up, breathing, resting, skipping the dog.
Skipping the dog.
Eating, you know, like being able to the way I talk to people, interact with people, it comes with love, you know, even when I'm being mean, it comes with love. So love, I think, is really prominent, and receiving it, you know, being able to receive what people bring and give, that's always been harder. Like, I could give love, but receiving love is just like, ugh, gross. But I've been working on receiving. It's the affection part, I would say, is a little different because I don't live close to my family like that. To people who are affectionate, like I have my sisters here, we're not really very touchy-feely towards each other, right? I guess it's just weird. But affection is important.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, when you were younger, you were very affectionate because I remember like one of my earliest memories is you going and hugging family members and like trying to annoy them by hugging them and giving them love.
You're right. I was very affectionate when I was growing up, though. All right, your turn. Right?
Right, yes. Are alternate sharing something you can consider a positive characteristic of your partner? Share a total of 5 items.
Sharing positive characteristics of your partner.
It's gonna make me uncomfortable.
5 things. I don't like rules. I'm like, ugh, rules,
You are very empathetic.
Okay, time out. It has to alternate.
Alternate? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Empathetic.
Yes, empathetic.
Characteristics, you said?
Yeah.
Because, okay, is this consider a positive characteristic of your partner? Okay, look. I'm going to say this. I don't know if it qualifies, but I'm like, you look very pretty today.
Oh, thank
I know you were talking about it, and I'm like, wow, you look like so pretty. Like
you look so pretty too,
girl, with your hair looking like a little Indígena girl.
Thank you. You also look very, very beautiful, and you are very beautiful.
I don't know how to feel about that. It's like it doesn't fit right.
I've always said that. I?
No, I count that one. That was 2 for you, 1 for me. You're really, really funny.
Oh, you're a great conversationalist. Like when you start a conversation, it usually ends up in a, I don't know, like it's difficult sometimes to start conversations, but you make it very easy to continue one.
Thank you. I don't know, like it feels weird to say these things, but like genuinely, I'm like, you are very warm. Like warm.
Am I?
Like, I don't know, I can't touch you, but like warmth of
what?
like very like welcoming, very like loving. Like it's just like, oh, I wanna hug Gabriela.
Oh my god! I was just thinking yesterday that I'm a cold person.
Are you kidding me? When? How?
I said it yesterday to Alecha. I was like, I feel like I'm a cold. Am I cold?
Wait, time out. How?
Because I felt like sometimes I can be like when I'm tired or whatever, like I'm distant and I'm like, but
you're a complete opposite of cold. Like there's none of that. There's no. I don't know where you're getting this from, but sit down. That don't make no sense.
You are I know you already used funny for me, but I had that in the lineup. You're very funny. You're hilarious. Like you make me laugh hard, like just as hard as a lot of like, not even that. You make me laugh harder than most people. And I laugh a lot.
You do laugh a lot.
But you make me laugh harder than most people.
That's funny. Yes.
I don't know what number we're at.
I have to follow up. I don't know how many it's been, but I know you went first. So you are very, very like there's a part of it, like I don't know words because I'm not an English major. I was a Spanish major.
Me neither.
There's so many words, like insightful and wise and intelligent. Like what's a word that encapsulates all of those things? That's you. Like there's a depth. You're deep and you can see things sometimes. And I'm like, I didn't see that. That's really dope. You're smart.
You are. I just had the word, but then you made me feel all giggly. You are nurturing. Excuse me.
You made me feel all giggly.
Yeah, it's true. You are very nurturing.
Oh my gosh, don't be telling people that because they're gonna believe you and then they want me to nurture them and I ain't got time.
But you are very nurturing. You give off that vibe that's just like you're welcoming and you're there to help people grow too, and it's so nice.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay,
now take the compliment.
Yeah, because I'm like, la última. Gabriela.
Don't say my name.
Gabriela.
Don't say my name.
Gabriela. Oh my gosh, you know what? I was gonna say you're like extremely ridiculously good looking and talented. But really you're so spiritually connected. It's really insane. And like again, that's really dope.
Oh, thank you. I don't do enough praying, but I try my best.
Listen, honest, like my personal opinion, I don't think like spirituality has to do with how many things and how often I do the things. I think spirituality to me is more of the relationship and just having that connection. Yes, when I am in a relationship or in a connection, do I talk to the people I'm in a relationship with to maintain?
Yeah.
Yes. So is prayer part of it and important? Yeah. But I don't think praying more or less makes you any more or less spiritual.
Interesting outlook.
That's my thoughts. I could be wrong.
I always feel like if somebody, like if I see them and they sit and they're praying a lot, I feel like because of their like ability to meditate and their ability to like kind of take in the world and like it's just like a quiet time with God. I think if they're able to do that more than me, I always feel like I'm like, I think they're more spiritual than me because I think it takes a lot of time. I don't know. It takes a lot of you to be able to sit and like just spend time with God.
And like
consciously.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, because again, if I think of spirituality as my relationship with God, my spirit, spending more time and talking and interacting helps nourish and develop and deepen that relationship.
Yeah.
And I also don't I think maybe just the concept of how some people think of prayer and how I think of prayer, like prayer is just me talking to God and being with God, right?
Yeah, of
Not
course.
always just sitting down, and saying, you know, our Father who art in heaven, you know, like having this
right.
But like I think of like my life as a prayer, you know, and like intentionally inviting God into the spaces that I'm in.
True.
So if I am going for a walk, or I'm sitting, or I'm working, I am praying, because I'm in communion with God during those activities. If I am not thinking or inviting God into those spaces, then it's not prayer.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's what I need to do more often. I need to be able to invite him into
everything that you're doing. Like when I'm taking a shower, I'm like, what's up, my homie? You know, or like washing dishes, or even working and doing billing. I'm like, this is not fun. Can you sit here with me, please?
Oh. Well, I think you're a very spiritual person as well, because so you do more of those things than I do. Like I do think of God when I'm doing things, but I just don't. I feel like I just need him. I just need to be there with him more, like talk to him more, consciously take time out of my day in order to be like, this is for you. But anyway,
everything I do, I do it for you. It's a sing-along, guys. How close and warm is your family? Do you feel your childhood was happier than most other people's? So that's a two-parter in one. How close and warm is your family?
I think my family is fairly close to each other. And they're, I think I would say,
whoa, all that high pitch,
because I'm trying to think about if they're warm. I think they're, well, depends on who. Well, my dad is I'm very close to my father, very, very close to my father. I think he's warm with me. I think he's a very cute person.
Very cute.
Yeah, he's adorable. And he's very wise. I think that he's very scared of people. So I don't know.
People.
Yeah, so I don't know if he's like super warm with people. I know Luigi really likes people, even though he says he doesn't. He says he hates people, but that's such a lie. He's very good at, he's also a great conversationalist, and he's very good at making connections and talking to people. But I don't know. I think they're warmish, but not
their room temperature.
Their room temperature, because I don't know. Like I've never seen Papi and Luigi have like a really like good like with each other, like a very good like bond. I know Luigi's warm with me. Like he's very, very like loving. He's nurturing too. Like he has a very nurturing nature. He's very like there for me, and he's very like ready to help at any time. He takes on too much. He's Luisa. Because they have the same name, but also because he takes on everything. So I think they're warm. They're warm, just not to each other, because they're men, and for some reason, like men think. Yeah, I don't think they're very warm. Like I mean, they're actually no, they're warm to each other, like loving. Like I'm imagining affectionate, like as in like hugs and kisses, and they don't do that really that much. They do like hello, bendición, kiss, hug, but like it's not like, oh, papi, I love you. Like I do that with my dad. I'm like, oh, papi, I love you, and like, Luigi's like, papi, I love you. How about you?
You didn't answer the second part of the question though.
Oh yeah, no.
I think your childhood was happier than most, or something like that. Is that what it said?
Yeah, I mean,
than most other people's.
Don't think I had a very stable childhood at all. With my mom having cancer, it was very unstable and up and down, and she's okay, now she's not okay, she's in the hospital, now she's fine, now she's not, like, so I just, if anything, definitely more unstable. Whether it was happier than most, I think it was the same, honestly. I feel like I was a normal kid. I don't think that I was, I would have said I had a happier childhood, but then the cancer kind of cancels it out, if I'm being honest. Like, because I was a very happy kid, and I'm still a very happy person, but there was just so many things happening that I don't think that happiness could have, like, I don't know, it just doesn't, it canceled out with the cancer part. So I feel like I don't think I had, I don't know, I definitely didn't have a happier childhood than most other people, but I don't know. But I also wasn't sad. So
yeah.
How about you?
Do I think my family is warm and close? I should read my own questions. How close and warm is your family? It's complicated. I think it's complicated with, like, and when you were mentioning earlier with, like, the guys in the family, I know, like, my dad's not around anymore, so it's different. It's been years. But when you were talking about, like, Tio Gilberto and Luigi and the way they interact as men, you know, as father and son, I didn't really have an example of that with my dad and my brother, but I kind of saw that. Well, I saw that often and a lot with my dad and his dad. So I was kind of comparing what you were talking about, like, you know, guys. What I consider, like, my dad and my grandpa's relationship warm and close. Heck yeah. But it wasn't not affectionate like you were talking about. Like, oh, like, I love you. It was a different warm where it's just like grandpa came by the house every day at 3:00 because why? Because he knew his son was there from work, and, you know, and they're just chit chatting, talking, and they're eating and they're drinking beer or hanging out with his friends. You know, like, it was like, that's warm, that's close. It's just their guide code. You know, they're not like hugging on each other. Like, Papi's teasing Papa, and then Papa has no idea he's being teased. He's just really proud of his son.
That's funny. Oh, that's actually really funny.
Yeah, so it's like warm and close because it's a different relationship. Now, as to my immediate family, like, now, is my family warm and close? Like, I think it's complicated because I think we're close in certain ways and not close in other ways, which is a little weird. But we're, like, close in.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, like, there's certain things that your family will understand and know and, like, feel and relate, and, like, because they're always there, and, like, you just have those shared memories and stuff. And there's other things that I think we still, like, keep to ourselves and still kind of growing through our own individual journeys, so that we may not share with each other, even though we're family, because we're in different phases, you know. So there's things that we are very close in, and other things that we're still, like, trying to understand each other. But I think that's the point of, like, we're trying to understand each other, so we have conversations of, like, I don't know what the heck that is. I don't know. Like, you're just having conversations with mommy sometimes. She's like, Mira, I don't understand that anxiety thing. And I know you guys say you have anxiety. Can you help me understand? Because I don't know.
Well, that's good that she says that.
You know, so it's like,
yeah, she wants to understand. That's so nice.
Yeah, so it's like, it's certain things that we're trying to understand each other, right? Work through, and it's just certain things that, you know, just because you're a family doesn't mean you're going to completely get. When it comes to being warm, I think it's just complicated. It's just complicated. I think we can be, and we cannot be at times, just depending on where we're at, what we're all dealing with. But I think we can be very inviting to people, and then we could be really closed off at the same time.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So do I think my my childhood was happier than most others? I think I really enjoyed a lot of my childhood. I think I had a lot of fun in my childhood. There was a lot of music and dancing and laughter and light, and it was, I had a good childhood in many ways. And I would also agree with you that I don't think it was happier than most other people's. Because, you know, I think it was very similar to a lot of people's in that there was the things that as a child I saw were great because it was a kid and it was fun. And then as like growing, they're like, oh, I didn't realize that some things were missing. But you know, you don't realize that until you're older because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to have like this idealized view as a kid to help you,
that's the whole point.
Feel strong and grow. So I don't think it was any happier than anybody else's. I don't think it was any less happy than any other person's. I think it would be pretty similar to other people's childhoods where there's really fun, awesome times, and there's times where it wasn't that so fun. So I don't think it was too much different.
Look at us. We're basic.
Basic. Basic women.
Look at us. We're basic. How do you feel about your relationship with your mother?
I love my mom.
Aww.
Sometimes I want to fight her, you know, but that's okay. That's part of it.
I think if you didn't want to fight your mom, that would be I feel like that you're lying.
No, how do I feel about it? Yeah, like, it's my mom. So, like, I love her. I understand her. I get where she comes from a lot of times now as an adult because I've grown up and we talk about certain things. And I know I annoy her and she doesn't understand me in certain aspects, just like she annoys me and I don't understand her in certain aspects. I think it's a regular relationship.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I love my mom.
I think my relationship with my mom is great. Like, she's in heaven. I talk to her. She talks to me, not in a creepy way, not in like she shows up.
I saw your sock. It's still under your bed.
Did you see that? No, like, it's not like she comes in my room in the middle of the night and just like her essence is staring at me and like, hello, did you fall asleep yet? Or like, did you do the laundry? Like, no.
You left that dish in the sink.
I see everything now. No, like, my relationship with my mom was very good. She at first, like, she would like she would work a lot and she would study a lot. She was getting 2 masters. So she was always working and studying at first. But I was every time that she would come home, she was like my best friend. I would just be so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, like, as a kid, you idealize your mom sometimes, or like your parents. And my mom was my favorite person ever. I was so excited to see her. And then in fact, at night, like, I didn't want her to go to work the next day. So then, like, she would get in her work clothes the night before sometimes because for some reason, and then like she would like sleep, and then I would like grab her and like to have her in my bed, and I was like hold her to make sure. And I thought that maybe if I held on a little tighter, that in the morning she wouldn't be gone, like she would be still home, because she's like, oh, I can't get out. Like, that's what I thought.
Because you're so strong and heavy, you can't,
yeah,
can't escape my grasp, Mom.
Yeah. So, but like, I, like, and then she got sick, but I got to see her a lot more. Yeah. And that was like I was like super excited because she was home all the time. I didn't understand what was happening, but I was super excited. And then, I don't know, I grew a lot with her. She was a perfectionist, but like, that's the thing that would get me really mad with her. Like, I'm a perfectionist too now, but like, she was like, oh, like before we leave, we gotta look beautiful. Let's look beautiful. And then she would like do our makeup, and then like okay, we gotta go, and we're gonna do it. Yeah, and then like we would leave. She's very social, and I don't know. I would get annoyed because I was like, I don't want to do this. Like as a kid, you're like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. And she's like, we gotta do it because like I wish she wasn't like caring so much about what other people think and more about like you got to take care of yourself. It was more like
the same behaviors. You don't mind the behaviors. It's just a message, like,
yeah, exactly.
Do it for yourself, just because it feels good.
Yeah, do it for yourself. But yeah, overall, my relationship with my mom was very good, and she made me feel very, very happy. And yeah, she was just very great. Wasn't perfect. I was annoyed with her a lot. So much. Ugh. But I love her.
Does she still annoy you?
No. Yes, she does. Oh my God. At first I said no, and she can't. I'm like, oh yeah, she does.
She can.
She's so annoying. Like sometimes like I'm like she reminds me I gotta do stuff like in my dreams, and I'm like, ugh. Like she got or her voice in my head sometimes where like I'm like doing something and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed now, and she's like, but did you finish this? And I'm like, I get up.
Oh my gosh, you sound like you have a little Mufasa in your head at the end.
I do have a Mufasa. Remember. Yeah.
See, now if you remembered, you had better short-term memory.
I know.
Or you wouldn't have Titi Mufasa in your head.
I know Titi Mufasa. Titi Mufasa. Mommy Mufasa. Oh, Mommy Mufasa. How is it 125? It was just 1225.
Yeah. Listen, we're getting to the bottom of set 2 out of the set 3 questions. And at the beginning of this article, it said it would take an hour to get through these questions. I think we just talk too much.
Oh yeah, we definitely talk too much. We definitely talk too much. That's why we have a podcast.
Oh my God. It'll be 3 parts.
Yeah, 3 parts.
Okay.
Falling in love with each other, part 1, 2,
yeah,
and
because
3.
falling in love takes time.
Ya tú sabes.
Go ahead and follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook.
Look at that marketing.
Yeah. Send us your questions, to iamherepod@gmail.com. Hit us up. Send us some DMs. Let us know. Like, follow, share. And
I am here pod.
Yeah, I am here pod, right? We are really happy and glad that you continue to support us and that you are here.
And we are here with you.
Hey, stick around for part 3.
Another rainy day, looking for a place to stay. I could find the words to say with the familiar face and a comfy pillowcase. I see the steam from the kitchen. My world's brighter when you visit. No more weight on my shoulders. Our hearts warming up, though outside it gets colder. I consider it a privilege just to hear you and hold ya. Thank you for the blessings, the tears and the laughs and the love and the lessons. This one goes out to my brethren. Let me listen for a second. The connections are close, yeah, they anchor your boat. Come and send me your code when you're looking for more. Lay your back on the shore, though there's anger and war. You'll find love through this door. You'll find love through this door. I am wise, I am strong. I am loved, I am here. I am wise, I am strong. I am loved, I am here. I am loved, I am here.